Hi guys, welcome back to Tax Q&A. The ITR filing deadline has recently passed, and if you managed to submit your return on time, well done. But now, the big question on everyone's mind is, where's my income tax refund? Even some of my friends have been asking me this question again and again as if I'm holding back their money. See, refunds have been moving at very different speeds this year. We have seen some people receiving them within few hours of filing their ITR, while many have been stuck for weeks with their return still under processing. And I understand, this can be confusing and frustrating at the same time, making you wonder if something's wrong with your ITR or if it's just the ITD taking longer this year. So, in today's video, I am going to talk all about income tax refunds and why your refund might be stuck. Let's get started. So once you file your return, it first goes for processing at Central Processing Center. Normally, it takes around 2 to 4 weeks after you e-verify for the processing to move forward. But this year, things are a bit different. The Income Tax Department has found a large number of fake deductions and exemptions worth over 700 crore, most of them under the old regime. So, to prevent incorrect refunds from going out, they've added extra layers of checks and even AI-based verifications. That means if you're expecting a bigger refund or you have claimed multiple deductions, it might take longer to process. Even the type of ITR you file also makes a difference. Simpler returns like ITR 1 and ITR 4 are usually processed faster, while ITR 2 and ITR 3 with business and profession details often take more time. Yes, it does. E-verifying your ITR is like a final sign-off from your end confirming your return, and only after e-verification the Income Tax Department starts processing it. That means the refund timeline doesn't start from the date you file, but the date you e-verify. That's why timely e-verification is just as important if you want your refund on time, and it has to be done within 30 days of filing. Otherwise, your return will be cancelled. Checking your refund status is pretty simple. Log into the Income Tax e-filing portal, navigate to the Services tab and click on Know Your Refund Status. Then choose the assessment year as 25-26 and go ahead. You will see the refund status here. In case there is no update here, go to e-file, Income Tax Returns and click on View File Returns. Here, you can view the entire life cycle of your ITR and its current status, whether it's still under processing, processed with refund due, or if the refund has already been issued. The ITD also communicates these updates over email and SMS, so keep an eye on those as well. The basic rule is that refunds are credited only to the bank accounts that are pre-validated and linked with your PAN on the income tax portal. As long as these conditions are met, it doesn't matter whether it's a joint account or NRO account. But if validation fails because of a name mismatch or bank issues, the refund won't get through. In this case, you can either retry after updating your bank details or raise a refund reissue request on the income tax portal. The most common reason we have observed over the years is people not pre-validating their bank accounts. In those cases, the refund simply won't go through. So, if you've already done this, good. Also note that pre-validation might fail if there's a small mismatch like your name being different in bank records compared to the PAN. Another common issue is when the income or transactions you have reported in your ITR don't match with AIS or Form 26AS. For example, there might be a transaction in your AIS that you forgot to report in your return. In that situation, you will actually receive a notice and will need to respond to the feedback before the refund is released. Now, sometimes, even if everything is fine, the refund might still fail because there were temporary issues on your bank's end. So, I would suggest you go on portal and nominate other bank accounts for refund and then submit a refund reissue request. Lastly, in a few rare cases, refunds can also get adjusted if you have any outstanding tax dues from previous years. To check this, you will need to log into the e-filing portal and review your past returns to see if there are any pending demands. True and not true. There are countless examples where people who filed early, say in July, are still waiting for their refunds. while others who filed closer to the deadline received it within days. So, the timing of your filing doesn't directly affect the refund timelines. That said, filing earlier does increase your chances of faster processing since crores of taxpayers rush to file in the last few days and you might end up at the tail end of the queue. So it's better to get done with your taxes as soon as possible. Yes, the income tax department does compensate you for any delay by paying interest on the eligible refund. The rate is 0.5% per month or 6% per year, and it's added to the refund amount. The interest is calculated from 1st April of the assessment year until the day your refund is issued. But if you file after the due date, then it's counted from the date you actually file the return. Another reason why you should always file your taxes on time. Also, if the refund is due to excess self-assessment tax paid by you, then the interest will be counted from the date of payment instead of 1st April. Now, let's take an example. Suppose your refund is 20,000 and it gets credited in September. Adding 0.5% for 6 months. The interest is 600 and you will receive 20,600 in total. There are a couple of small conditions too. First, even part of a month is treated as a full month when calculating the interest. And second, if your refund is less than 100, then no interest is paid. C. An income tax refund is simply your own money being returned because you paid more tax than what was actually due. Since it's just a repayment, it is not treated as income and it's not taxable. But there is one exception. If you received interest on your refund under Section 244A, that interest amount is taxable under income from other sources. So when you file your return in the following year, it will be added to your total income and taxed at slab rate. So while the refund itself is tax-free, the interest that comes along with it, it's taxable. And with that, it's a wrap. If Google search is too much work for you, Quora is full of opinions, and ChatGPT is not accurate enough, then you should check out Tax Q&A, where you can toss questions and our tax experts give quality answers. And hey, don't forget to like and subscribe so you do not miss out on what's coming next. Catch you in the next one.